What's up, y'all? Goofy Rexy here, and hope everybody is doing well today. And wanted to talk about the Infinity Watch team, and well, specifically Adam Warlock, right? So obviously this is the Adam Warlock week, the first time for the legendary event for him, and very specific legendary event, with it being a mythic legendary event here. And a lot of players who have unlocked Adam Warlock are saying that they are underwhelmed with the way that he has performed so far. So I think a lot. I wanted to talk about the reason why I feel that may be, and whether or not I personally think that he is underwhelming. Maybe I think to a certain extent there's a possible chance that we may be pushing the gun, or we may be overreacting a little bit to a legendary that's only about 3 days old in the game. But let's talk about that, right? So Adam Warlock, first mythic legendary character, which means that you needed to have a specific way of a specific set of requirements to unlock him. This was the first time ever that they had gear tier requirements, and that they also had these ISO level requirements. So with that being said, your expectation is that a character that is out of that caliber is going to be buku crazy. And to a certain extent, there is a little bit of a letdown where that is concerned, because I do think that with two things are true, right? There is the simple fact that the Infinity Watch team was amazing without Adam Warlock, right? They were beating Heroes for Hire teams. You put in Kestrel there, which is kind of unfair, because Kestrel is probably the best character in the game, or at least top 2 character in the game, top 3 character in the game. She is absolutely amazing. And we're going to talk about the reason why that may also be playing a factor as well into the reason why people feel underwhelmed with Adam Warlock. But the point is, they were a good team without Adam Warlock, and the expectation is that when Adam Warlock got released and you finally started to be able to play with him, that you were going to feel that the team just really ratcheted up and got that much better. And unfortunately, while they did get better, Safeguard is definitely a good mechanic. It's a little buggy at the moment, which that tends to happen in this game often. But it's a little buggy. But the Safeguard is, I find, to be something that has been important. It has saved me in some of these matchups where I'm going against Doom, Kestrel, and Silver Surfer in Arena. I find it to be impactful. I've also found it to be extremely impactful. Also with immunity, Safeguard and immunity, I found that to be impactful when going into these Black Order matchups. I did a 300k punch up in War against a Black Order team. But I think what, although that is an important mechanic, and it does do very well, I think that because he doesn't take that team necessarily to that next level in the eyes of the player as we thought that he should, because he is a mythic legendary, I think that's the reason why people feel bad about Adam Warlock. Now, me personally, I think he is fine. I think that he's doing exactly what he should be doing. They are sort of counterable though on defense, so I don't really find any difficulty. In terms of a mirror match, I don't find it. In terms of a mirror match, it's more difficult, right? It's difficult as in terms of a mirror match, at least for me. And I think a lot of that is because I have a 13 Adam Warlock right now. He'll be going to 14 soon. Just unlocked Doom, so Doom is a little bit more of a priority because this team already performed so well against other teams in Arena for me. So I don't really feel the need to bring up Adam Warlock immediately right as of this moment. But I think a lot of the times it's because these mirror matches, I'm going against G14 Adam Warlock, G14 Father Vels. So I'm losing a lot of resistance, a lot of focus, a lot of stats where that is concerned. But I do think that it is impactful regardless of which way you tend to look at it. But I think also the other aspects that make Adam Warlock sort of underwhelming to a lot of the player base is that Kestrel and Silver Surfer are that good in the game, and they've released these characters now that are just out of this world cray. Kestrel is extremely dominant, counters so many other teams. Silver Surfer is also another level as well. There's just really a lot of that also comes into this game. And then there's a little bit of a concern for the player base that Adam Warlock and the Infinity Watch team, yes, Safeguard is important, but there's a possibility around that you might release a team next month that is also going to be able to counter the Infinity Watch team. So there's a little bit of a concern there as well. So overall, I personally think that the Infinity Watch team or Adam Warlock, I agree. Let's just say it this way. As a legendary character, as a mythic legendary character, I do think that it is underwhelming the way that he is performing right now in the game. And well, underwhelming in terms of what our expectations were for this character and how much better it would have been. And I also want to ask this question. If they were out of world crazy, how bad would we feel about that too, right? That's another thing too. If they were super overpowered, how bad would we have also felt about that as well? And I failed to mention this too, but this is also important. When we look at other legendary characters that are in the game right now, and chat just mentioned this or alluded to this as well, is that you have other characters like Ebony Maw that were plug and play characters outside of their team. Yes, very important for the Black Order team, but was plug and play outside of it. There's Doc Ock, who is great on his team, but outside of that, he also has these plug and play aspect to him. There's Jubilee. So these other legendaries that are not mythic legendaries seem to be more impactful outside of their team than Adam Warlock is at the current moment. And I think that's sort of the feel bad aspect to what we're seeing right now with Adam Warlock. But overall, like I said, this team is insane. They are very good. I think that because they were so good, that definitely played a factor in it. I think also because of the other OP characters that we have in Marvel Strike Force currently right now, that we don't necessarily feel that Adam Warlock lives up to the caliber that you set as Scopely, right? Being that he's a mythic legendary. It doesn't really sort of add up to him being sort of in that sequence. And also when you look at these other legendary characters that have been impactful, that have changed the meta, Ebony Maw, Doc Ock, Jubilee, those characters are performing better outside of their teams than Adam Warlock. But maybe we're not being completely fair because we haven't given Adam Warlock any time yet. It's only been a couple days. So maybe after some time, we will be able to realize the real usage of Adam Warlock, and we'll be able to see how well he can perform outside of his team. I do think that there might be some viability there, but I think right now there's a sour taste in our mouths. Not mine, I'm fine, but I feel that from the community that there's a sour taste in the minds of players because he does not seem to live up to that mythic legendary tag or mythic legendary category that he's currently in right now. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I'm gonna stop talking about it. I could go on and say some more things here, but I'm sure I know that you guys probably want to leave some comments and talk about it. Why do you think that Adam Warlock has been underwhelming to the community base so far? Do you feel he has been underwhelming? Me personally, I like him. I like the team. I don't necessarily know whether or not I don't necessarily feel that he is underperformed. In my opinion, I think that he's made the Infinity Watch team better, but I do see though in the subtext of mythic legendary, other legendary characters in the game, that he may be falling short for what he was hyped up to be. But appreciate you guys watching the video so much. Thank you guys. Leave it in the comments what your comments are. Hammer down on the like button, guys, if you like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Also check my links down below, my Discord, my Twitch, Patreon, Amazon coins, where you can save some money here on your Marvel Strike Force purchases or mobile in-game purchases as well. Appreciate you guys so much. Y'all be blessed and y'all be safe. Oh, we got a raid. We got a raid coming on in. Appreciate y'all.